Hello and welcome. This time Daniel explores went to look at the Christmas lights in Gorna Oryahovitsa. I love Christmas lights and I like to go look at the lights in town, first in Gorna and the next time in Veliko Trnovo. But as I walk around Gorna Oryahovitsa, I ask myself, why do we do it? I think it goes way back to when the nights were truly dark and the stars felt cold and distant in the winter sky, and the burning light flickering in the distance meant warmth and safety. I really cannot suggest a direct link between fire and modern Christmas illuminations, but I can use it as an excuse to tell you about the fantastic creatures that go bump in the night in Bulgarian folklore, especially at this time of the year, and how fire and the light it emits protects you from them. In pre-Christian times, the winter solstice marked the death of the old sun and the birth of the new sun. The new sun is young and vulnerable, and until it grows big and strong, all manner of creatures can make mischief. In the ancient calendar of the Proto-Bulgarians, the uncounted day was the day of the winter solstice. It was called the 0 day. It didn't belong to no month or week. It was the day on which the new year begins. With the arrival of Christianity in the Bulgarian lands, the rituals associated with the solstice are incorporated into Ignatian or Saint Ignatius Day. The Proto-Bulgarians believed also that there was a period when the new sun is weak and the world is most vulnerable to malign influences. This belief persists after the introduction of Christianity. This dangerous time is called the Dirty Day or Mercoledì, and it is moved to cover the period between the birth of Christ, which hint to the birth of the new sun in the old tradition, and his baptism, when the Christ's true nature is revealed, and therefore his strength. The dirty days are a time in between. The old year is over, but the new has not fully started yet. Evil creatures can take advantage of this period of uncertainty. And Bulgarian folklore has a huge pantheon of fantastic and evil creatures. And during the dirty days, some of the dangerous creatures you should watch out for are goblins, carcangioli, werewolves, samodivas, and that's just mentioning a few of them. A talisman or goblin is a little black hairy creature with horns. The thalassumi are not evil by nature. They can be kind if they are treated nicely. They can be bad if disrespected, but they are often angry because they've been tied to a place against their will, often as a result of a curse or a horrid injustice. And you guessed it, the best defense against them is the light of a fire. Unlike the talisman, the carcangiole is always bad. This demon roams the streets after dark. It changes his appearance and lures people away from safe paths and torments them until daylight. But fire will protect you from these demons. Another creature of the night is the verkolak or werewolf. The verkolak is always hungry and angry, and he wanders around looking for lost people to devour. He is very strong, but can be defeated with fire. There is an interesting legend associated with the lunar eclipse and the verkolak. The legend says that the eclipse is caused by a werewolf trying to eat the moon. But at the last minute, people save the moon by banging pots and pans and shouting until the wolf, scared by the loud noises, runs away. Samodivas are the fairies who mostly live in the forest. They often target men with their beauty and song. The men follow them to where they dance. Sometimes the Samodivas let them live, but other times they kill them with just one smile. Women protect their children and husbands from these beauties of the forest with fire and salt. Another tradition is the badnik, or the Bulgarian traditional Yule log. The budnik must be cut from oak, elm or pear. It must be big enough to last from Christmas Eve until the following morning. The log is prepared by drilling a hole in the wood and pouring into it a mixture of wine, oil and incense. The light and the warmth of the budnik symbolize the new sun and, with the advent of Christianity, the Christ. The light and perfume of the burning wood encourage both dead ancestors as well as the Holy Mary to come and visit the Christmas Eve table. There are a few Father Christmases around. Dядо Koleda is associated with Santa Claus or Dядо Mraz, a Soviet-Russian image that entered Bulgarian culture after the Second World War, as well as with the old domestic spirit Stopan, but also all the way back to Kolyada itself, an ancient Slavic deity of the new sun. In the old folklore, Father's Christmas job is to watch that the snow falls on time, that the cold is clean, and that the people are well behaved. The original gift of this winter deity is the light of the new sun. In the Christian tradition, the Father Christmas figure is adapted and assumes characteristics of saints such as Saint Nicholas, for example, and becomes a gift-giving kind old man. Dядо Koleda only enters a home where a fire is burning, so the Yule tree that burns throughout the night becomes an invitation to Dядо Koleda to come in and bless the home. The Christmas Eve table is not cleared at the end of the meal, but it is left for Santa to metaphorically partake in the meal, along with the ancestors and the Holy Mary. As most of Bulgaria traditions, the Christmas rituals carry memories of practices and cultures that trace back to the Proto-Bulgars, the Thracians, and are probably even older than that. Although the imagery of today's Father Christmas is Coca-Cola all the way. The skating rink is a firm favorite every year, but there are a few stalls ready to warm you up with hotcakes and mulled wine. I'm here on a Thursday, the day of the farmers' market, but it is late and most of the farmers have gone home. But there are a few exceptions helping out the occasional late shopper. I will be honest, I love cauliflower. Well, what I really love is a pint of cheesy white sauce on cauliflower. Thank you for watching. I put links to the sources I've used in my research in the description below. Please like and subscribe, it would be wonderful. I publish in English on Tuesdays, Italian on Wednesdays and Bulgarian on Thursdays. Thank you for watching, stay curious, have a lovely day and bye bye!